When you have a powerful ally, things move faster, doors open. Similarly, when legislation and policies set the tone for a sustainable economy, the private sector will pivot and adapt at incredible speed. Government policies, like research grants and incentives, support companies in developing green technologies. Catalytic capital from parliamentarians and policymakers can help nurture new climate solutions in their infant stages, until they mature and can scale through private funding. This capital can be provided through grant funding or government contracts. For instance, Silicon Valley was not built by tech entrepreneurs alone, but with instrumental funding from the United States government, which spurred the rest of the region's tech revolution and long-term economic growth. Likewise, climate legislation, policies and funding can catalyze other investments from the private sector to speed up climate progress. In the US, the Inflation Reduction Act's tax credit measures led companies to invest $44 billion in clean energy manufacturing at home in 2023. In addition to supporting new climate technologies and solutions, governments must also urgently identify any legislation and policies that hinder countries and companies from meeting their commitments to the Paris Agreement. Reforming fossil fuel subsidies and harmful agricultural subsidies could not only curb countries' emissions, but also help them save money and raise revenue to invest in energy access, low-carbon innovation, and sustainable food systems. In 2015, India and Indonesia each saved $15 billion from fossil fuel subsidy reform. And the International Monetary Fund estimates that full fuel price reform could raise $4.4 trillion globally in 2030. As a parliamentarian, what actions can you take to unlock the power of business for climate progress? Firstly, include business in the development of legislation and policies that drive decarbonisation and the clean energy transition, and that also curb deforestation and land use change. Secondly, develop legislation and policy incentives that support sustainability innovation, such as green technologies. And finally, end fossil fuel subsidies and harmful agricultural subsidies, and incentivize a clean energy transition.